Welcome one, welcome all to the Big East Digital Network Game of the Week. As you can see, it is snowing outside here at McGrath-Phillips Arena in not-so-sunny Chicago, Illinois. The storm started just a few hours ago, but things are going to definitely heat up here at Doug Bruno Court at McGrath-Phillips Arena in Chicago, Illinois. This is Peter Ferreri here for the Big East Digital Network and Fox Sports Go as we bring you the game of the week here this afternoon. 15-10 is the overall record for Villanova and 8-6 in the Big East. They're right on the cusp of a playoff run with 3 weekends to go, but standing in their way is the Blue Demons out of DePaul University. DePaul comes in 2-11 overall in the Big East, but have still played all teams here at Doug Bruno Court very closely. Some players to watch, as we will get to that shortly here, are going to be some younger players for some and older for the other. But first we'll start with freshman standout Mallory Potts. Mallory Potts has helped the Villanova Wildcats be 15-10 overall with 232 kills at a clip of a 260 kill percentage. She is one of the top 20 players in the Big East with both of those numbers. As we head over to the home Blue Demons for DePaul University, a standout with them is Haley Boyser. Haley Boyser, one of the key players, her senior year of high school, still undecided of where she wanted to play collegiate sports. Was voted an all-star her senior year and is part of the showcase for the state of Illinois. DePaul found her and she has been a standout all 4 years ever since. She'll be honored for her 1,000th career dig accomplishment before Sunday's match. Continues to add to that tally, bringing 391 digs this season and 1,074 overall with the career digs. And we are sure she'll add on to that tally here today against Villanova. Again, we are on the Big East Digital Network, powered by Fox Sports Go. The Wildcats of Villanova take on the Blue Demons of DePaul shortly here on the Big East Digital Network.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us
to be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault.
I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Our global society faces complex issues that demand action.
At Villanova University, faculty and students wrestle with real-world problems.
Knowledge gained in classrooms is applied to find real-world solutions.
And strong in-country partnerships turn ideas into meaningful change.
Villanova's rigorous academics provide the tools. Our Augustinian values fuel our passion.
Ignite change. Go Nova.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
Welcome back to McGrath-Phillips Arena. Starting lineups for the DePaul Blue Demons. We just talked about a player of the game nominee beforehand, or a key player, one would say. Again, Haley Boyser wearing the red libero jersey. DePaul going to be wearing the all-whites with blue numbers and letters and a bit of a red trim. Villanova comes into town wearing the long-sleeve blues, navy blue with white numbers and letters and a baby blue trim. A lot riding on this weekend for Villanova. Again, 15-10 overall, 8-6 in the Big East. 5th place and just a half game behind Seton Hall. They picked up a big win recently against the Pirates, 3-1 on Friday night, but they lost a tough one to St. John's at home in 3 straight. They were out they were without senior outside hitter Ellie Lloyds for the game against the Red Storm. Matter Peterson Henry had to have a big weekend for Villanova. She got 24 kills and a 343 kills per set average with a 30.5 points. Allie Fitzgerald out of St. Louis really holding things down. 44 digs with a 6.29 dig per set average. Was best in the conference out of all the Big East last week. It got her 4th overall Big East weekly honor of the season. So definitely a lot riding on today's game. Again, things very close in the standings. 4 matches left to play total. Villanova still alive in the playoff hunt. They could finish out on a win streak and be 12-6 overall with a potential final record. That would put them in contention for that tournament berth. They put together 8 matches in a row of a win streak when they went 7-1 from September the 29th to the 21st of October. That only loss was to Seton Hall. They're 1-3 since then. They're looking to get back on track again with Allie Lloyds back in the lineup, and she leads the Big East in aces with 0.40 and 29 total. So we'll see how things line up for us today. Coffee, though, ranks 9th in blocks per set with .92. DePaul lost to Villanova 3-2 in their previous meeting. We are underway here in Chicago, Illinois. Quick set near antenna, double block, drop right down. DePaul gets the first point. Bit of a high free ball to the near antenna. DePaul able to make a move on that. A quick 1-0 to start things off here on November the 10th. Up serve by Dolan, who's setting. She gets the ace. 2-0 start for DePaul on the Big East Digital Network, powered by Fox Sports Go. Free ball played over the middle, blocked by Coffee, bounces around. That's going to be 4, 5, 6 hits. DePaul with a good crowd in attendance, getting their 3rd point. Quick 3-0 rally to start things here today. Dolan to serve again, the 6-foot sophomore out of Rockford Lutheran High School. Fitzgerald playing libero, and that goes too far. 4-0, no tip called by the R1. 4-0 Blue Demons. Dolan to serve. 1 attempt, no self-preserving there for Dolan. Villanova gets their first point. Right now it seems the passing from the back row is going a bit too close to the net. But as you can see, one delivered. It was an isolation block, no self-preserving. Dolan 4-1 Nova gets their first point. Serve was by Decker. Hop serve, Coffee down! Coffee kill! 5-1. Caitlin Coffee, the middle blocking senior out of Divine Savior Holy Angels High School, trying to finish her senior year on a high note. 5-1 your score. Back to serve specialist Isabel Banez. Poor pass again from the back row. It has been a theme thus far for Villanova. That first pass up to the net is just not there. It is a 6-1 lead. Banez serves into the net. Easy way to get a point if you're Villanova. Hopefully get some momentum back in your way. Checking in is Reagan Lowe, the sophomore 5'6" libero out of Martin Luther King High School, Riverside, California. As she serves, Banez. Far down kill. Jamison McPhee, the senior. 7-2. Perfect set off the decoy isolation. Barely tipped fingers, goes far side. 5-point lead for the Blue Demons. Boysen. Back set, iso block. Near antenna high off the double tip. Back set, Maxwell with the left, the lethal lefty. 8-2 Blue Demons. Chris passing for the DePaul Blue Demons so far. Back pass, they couldn't slide that block in time. DePaul firing on all cylinders in the onset of set 1. Another point, DePaul. Time out on the court for the Wildcats. This is what one may say is unexpected. As we look at the recent numbers for the Blue Demons, again, you can catch them on social media at DePaul Athletics on Facebook, or DePaul Blue Demons on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DePaul Athletics. But recently, for the Blue Demons, it's been a whole lot of losses. 3-0 loss to Creighton Providence. Seton Hall Xavier Butler. They lost 3-1 to St. John's, their closest game being that to Villanova. Just about a month ago, at Villanova, they lost 3-2, and that was the last time they won more than one set. So they just happen to have Villanova's number this year in terms of getting kills where needed and getting points when necessary. Looking ahead a bit for DePaul, they have Villanova today coming up, then Sunday, Georgetown, and senior day for DePaul is going to be versus Marquette. That is going to be on the 18th. Will also be on the Big East Digital Network. Again, a 7-point lead here for the DePaul Blue Demons. A lot of young fans in attendance. Also some volleyball celebrities, some volleyball royalty in the crowd, especially from the high school ranks here. One Jenna Jendrick from Bennett Academy, former state champion, already caught hers. Watching this outstanding game, Boiser to serve. Back set, breaks through the double, Tool. Villanova getting that coach's point, as often said, off the timeout. Checking in, Amanda Peterson-Henry, the 6-foot middle blocking junior out of Vista Marietta. To serve, Allie Fitzgerald. Set serve, that goes awry, that goes into the crowd. Maxwell can't retrieve, 2 quick points for Nova. They bring it back within 5. To note, Allie Fitzgerald, a heavily wrapped right knee, could impede some of the play here today. Maxwell, decoy along the mid, locked down, another point for the Wildcats. 3 quick points after that timeout. Deficit cut to 4. Out of Visitation Academy High School, Fitzgerald again. Misplay by Maxwell. Set killed. No dice. And that stays in. Banyas can't get there. Rally it up for Villanova. They've cut the lead to 3. A lot of isolation blocks. They're going over the tip to serve Fitzgerald. Quick 1 kill. Chicken wing. Cole Heralds. They lost 1, 4 points. Back up is the lead for DePaul. For those visiting DePaul, make sure you check out Harold's. They got some good chicken wings. Left hand Maxwell. Near side, light tip. Back set for Maxwell, hits the top of the tape. As Peterson-Henry waves no. Nova definitely found a bit of a groove coming out of that timeout. Checking in, Sarah Allman, the freshman out of Marymount High School, Manhattan Beach, California. Back row, Boiser. Far side, high return, joust at the net. Joust won by the Wildcats. Who are we? Wildcats, 10-8. High School Musical reference, never hurts you on a Friday morning. 2-point lead for Nova. To serve Allman. Boiser with a clean return. Slide attempt. Near side, down, kill, Fairchild. That ain't fair to the floorboards. Nova brings it to within 1. They tie it up. Coach Nadia Edwards may need a timeout of her own. Head coach Josh Steinbach, Penn State alum himself, so some Penn State alums as head coaches for both these squads. Bounces around. Boiser sets up the DePaul attack. Decoy. Double block down. Chainsaw. Tool for the Blue Demons. 11-9 your score. lot of fans in attendance here today. Glad they're with us, and thank you for joining at home on Fox Sports Go and the Big East Digital Network. Checking in to serve, Savage. Slide attempt down, and they're saying that went out of bounds. No tip, no line. DePaul gets the point. To serve, Savage again. 3-point lead for the Blue Demons. Pass up at the net, left hand to keep the rally going. Can they keep it alive? They do. Boiser sets up on the free. Tips over, no double hit. Off the tip, Savage, dive, can't keep it alive. Villanova with the point. Long rally benefited Villanova on that one. Subbing into the game is going to be Ali Asalski. Olsenowski, my apologies, tip over. Boiser, Maxwell with the left. Near side Olsenowski, Boiser digs. Set near side Olsenowski again, 3 times the lady. Gets the kill finally, she's all smiles, as that took multiple efforts. Was able to locate a gap on the final one as the double block went too far to the antenna. Maxwell at the 10-foot line. Clean return, Fairchild. Savage, a future starter for this squad, as 2 Wildcats go at the same time. Bit of a miscommunication there. DePaul extends their lead back to 13-11. DePaul staying strong in set number 1. To serve, Greenberg, or excuse me, Brial. Massive block, but it goes out of bounds. Point goes to DePaul, to Villanova. There's a good double block, just ricocheted too far. Nova is within 1. Serve Peterson Henry. Savage. Far side, too far. Good communication there by Fairchild to get out of the way, as she does not make contact, and Nova's tied it up. Hop serve again, Peterson Henry. Savage plays the back line, plays it smart. DePaul has the serve and a 1-point lead. Near side Wolf. High return. That stays in. What a play by Villanova to keep the rally alive. Coffee wants another one. Near antenna, over the double, Savage. Maxwell attempts with the left. Savage again, far side. Reed not able to get it. Down and kill. Wildcats on a roll. Olsenowski. As we see, Coffee came with a thunder, but it got denied. Tied at 14 apiece. Serve Nova Ducker, former All-Star for the state of Illinois, for SportsTownChicago.com's All-Star game, and showing some effort there out of Nazareth Academy in LaGrange. 15-14, DePaul gets the lead. Maya Reed having some words with Coach Nadia Edwards. Talk about what the play was on the outside. Reed wasn't able to find pay dirt on a lot of her kills. Let's have Savage also out. In is Banez. Quick set near side. Good job by Boys to keep the rally going. Coffee down! Coffee kill! Gold card member at Starbucks. Boiser chipped it right back. A quick one attempt for Coffey, and she found the gap. 2-point lead now for the Blue Demons. Head coach Steinbach right now having a few words with Coach R2. We continue on. R1 gives the okay to Banez. Back set. And point's going to go to Villanova. Quick one, or excuse me, I should say a 1-point deficit only for the visiting Wildcats today. A strong start by DePaul, but after the timeout, things have really evened out. Banez mishandles that. It goes out of bounds, tied again. We wonder if Coach Edwards will need a timeout, not taking one thus far. Top serve by the Wildcats. Maxwell with a set kill. Back on the side of the Blue Demons. Far set, and that goes out of bounds. McPhee sends it too far. Timeout called Nadia Edwards. As the rally continues for the visiting Wildcats. We talked about Haley Boiser as we see her there. Big East named Haley Boiser to its Volleyball Weekly honor. A few weeks ago, it was her first selection during the regular season in 2017. She was, of course, instrumental for all wins early in the season in the St. Louis Billiken Invitational. They also named, they being the St. Louis Billiken Invitational, named Boiser the all-tournament team. So we see a lot of youth here today at McGrath-Phillips Arena. A lot of future volleyball players coming here today, putting on their DePaul Blue Demon apparel. DePaul had a strong lead early on, but Villanova chipped away quickly out of their first timeout and then did 1-for-1, 2-for-1 the rest of the way. And here we are now, Nova 7 points away from set 1 victory. We'll also remind everybody there is another good matchup tomorrow. Creighton at Xavier. Already a lock in the Big East Championship field. The Blue Jays, they're looking for a potential regular season title clinching weekend, starting with that match at Xavier. Make sure you check that one out on the Big East Digital Network. That's tomorrow at 11:30 Central Time, 12:30 on the East. 17-17, boys are back to serve out of Westmont High School. Back row to Fitzgerald. Far side double lock. Fitzgerald keeps it alive. And Boiser gets the last hand on it, but it was already going away. 18-17. Villanova comes right back. Fitzgerald, what a standout play. Keeping her wits about her while flying around on the court. She sends that sailing. Maxwell now will be back to serve. Pass to the 10-foot line off the double. Banez. And point's going to go to Villanova. Double hit called. Villanova back to that 1-point lead. Subbing in Allman. Allman will serve. Assistant coaches for Villanova, really an active part in the game between Amy Palmy and Jill Loris. Also volunteer assistant Michelle Meehan. Trying the swing attack, Brialt, no luck. Maxwell sends that out of bounds after a set piece bump. 2-point lead, Wildcats. They need 5 more to have an outstanding comeback in set 1. Allman tips over the net. And a self-preservation along the midsection by Maxwell just happens to find its way over the net. DePaul gets a point, 2019. Last time these two teams played, it was 22-25, 22-25, then 25-22, 25-20, and 9-15. Maxwell recorded her 5th double-double of the season with 18 kills and 11 digs during the match. She also led the Blue Demons with 60 attacks and 20 match points. So she's trying to find her way here today. Only 1 kill thus far, 3 digs, however. 21-19 the score. Reed tries to chip at the block where it was falling. Too close to the net. Villanova now 22-19. 3 more points needed for Villanova. Don't forget, for your social media needs, if you are watching us here on the Big East Digital Network, make sure you use that hashtag BigEastVB. If you're taking pictures at home or at future contests, make sure you tune in with us. As we look ahead, a little bit of a snapshot here at the tournament with 2 weeks left. Creighton has already clinched one of the 4 Big East Championship spots. 3 remain for 7 teams who mathematically have a shot. Marquette can be the 2nd team to qualify with a win this weekend. Golden Eagles are the tournament hosts this year, of course. They're 12-13 overall. Creighton looking to lock up that #1 seed, as we mentioned earlier, or at least to share the title this weekend with a pair of wins. Blue Jays, as we mentioned earlier, play Xavier and Butler. Currently in 3rd is Butler at 10-4, followed by Seton Hall at 9-6. And the team in front of you today, Villanova, very close behind at 8-6. Today, later on, Georgetown will take on Marquette, and then tomorrow, big matchup, Creighton at Xavier, also on the Big East Digital Network. Make sure you check that one out. A lot of implications for tournament play as time winds down on the 2017 NCAA volleyball season. As Boiser returns. Set over the middle. Peterson Henry gets another one, 23-19. Serving Fairchild. Savage digs. High slap return. Can they keep the rally alive? And Fitzgerald does. Reed down, still alive. Off the double, Boiser slides to a knee. And that stays in. Good point by Rachel Briault. As she now goes back for the serve. Still some life left in the Blue Demons here in set #1. Back set. Savage. Reed side bumps on the free ball. Few players dive into each other. Fitzgerald tries to set things up for the Wildcats. C tries to keep it alive. Savage does. Long rally here, a lot of flat-footed attempts. Hits the block and drops down. Nova's at set 1 point, 24-20. Long rallies in this opening set have seemed to favor the Wildcats. Hits Coffey's right arm, trickles down to the ground. 1 more point needed as Peterson Henry serves. Reed far side, bounces the way of the Wildcats. Savage can't get to it, and at the end of 1, 25-20 is how set 1 is going to end for Villanova. As we see on the wide shot, Savage can't get down. It just hit that perfect placement, as Villanova found after that opening timeout in set #1. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, set #2 action here on the Big East Digital Network, powered by Fox Sports Go.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? or a way to combat climate change in this one. Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Our global society faces complex issues that demand action.
At Villanova University, faculty and students wrestle with real-world problems.
Knowledge gained in classrooms is applied to find real-world solutions.
And strong in-country partnerships turn ideas into meaningful change.
Villanova's rigorous academics provide the tools. Our Augustinian values fuel our passion.
Ignite change. Go Nova.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to the Big East Digital Network game of the night with Villanova coming into McGrath-Phillips Arena, taking set one from DePaul 25-20. As you see there with me, Fairchild has done an outstanding job for the Wildcats, Fitzgerald on the screen, as she has kept long rallies alive, if you may have noticed alongside me in that opening set. DePaul had an outstanding early go, but after that first time out, Fairchild really was able to re-aim her passes, find her footing, and keep Villanova on their winning ways here as they are still on the bubble, looking in to make Big East tournament in just a few weeks. Set number 2 is underway. Decker serves, the local product, as Fitzgerald can't get to that one, and DePaul starts off where they went with set 1, 1-0. To serve, Isabel Banez. Pass back in. Far side Maxwell through the double. That one goes out of bounds. 1-1 your score. Back to serve for the Wildcats. Reagan Lowe. Hop serve. Near antenna, McPhee able to find the space. Is back to serve now out of Westmont, Haley Boysen. Pass far side. Over the double and not able to retreat back was Maxwell in time. McPhee, that was her second kill on the afternoon. To serve will be Fitzgerald with a game tied at 2-2. Quick one set. No lift called. Near side, Boyser chips off the right arm. Big kill, Peterson Henry. I hope you're somewhere praying. 3-2 the score. Hashtag Kesha. Maxwell unfortunately had a teammate fall to the ground right in front of her. She couldn't jump over in time. 2-4 now as the visiting Wildcats take the lead. Serve over by Fitzgerald. Left hand, Maxwell. That goes out of bounds. Point goes to the home blue Demons. Serve far side down. Back in for the blue Demons. DePaul says no. 4-4 your score. As we saw in set one, DePaul can keep close with a lot of these teams right now in the Big East. Just can't close out. Let's see if they could do so here in set two. Misplay back row by the Wildcats. Again, clinging on to hopes to get in with that last playoff spot. 5-4 DePaul leads. C hits the net, drops down, service error. Easy point for Villanova. Checking in to serve is Allman. On the court right now, kill leader is Fairchild for Villanova. Double block by McPhee. That slides under and goes through Boiser. 6-5 Nova, 1 point lead. To serve Allman. Hop serve. Slide attempt. And ricochets off a few Villanova players, hit a shoulder, an arm, and falls to the ground. Checking in is Savage and Reed. Out goes Banez and McPhee. Savage to serve. Mackenzie Savage, a sophomore out of Archbishop Mitty High School in San Jose, California. And a little bit nicer weather than what we have here now in Chicago. Far side, that hits the ground. Fairchild, another kill. Fairchild doing some dominating kill attempts when she gets a good set on the far side. To serve is Fairchild. Didn't know where to go with it with C, but rally continues. Left hand kill. Emma Decker with the left hand dump, flush it down. 2 point lead for Villanova. Very smart play along the middle. Back set, slide, down, kill, Briault. 24-karat magic in the air as DePaul brings it to within one. Unmerciful on that attempt. DePaul keeps the rally alive on the free ball. And double hit called on the Blue Demons. Point is going to go. 9-7 your score. Back to serve Peterson Henry. Savage gets it at the back line. Stays inbounds and hits the antenna. Good attempt by Wolf. Tried to aim it back so as to keep the rally alive. No such luck. 1 point lead only for Nova now. Savage congratulates Boiser. They talk about it. To serve Horvath. Art 1 gives the okay to Horvath. She serves. Fairchild. And hits the gap in the middle. A few times the ball has been caught with that little bit of an opening in the middle of the court. As we see, none of the players able to get to it cleanly as 2-point lead now for the visiting Wildcats. To serve, Decker. Left hand, Maxwell down, and Maxwell gets a kill. 10-9 now. Coaching staff talking as we have McPhee check in. Also Banez, one of the serve specialists. Banez, only a freshman on Northside College Prep. Set, far antenna. Banez picks it up cleanly. Maxwell with the attempt. Retrieve Nova. Maxwell gets double blocked, but it falls out of bounds. Point DePaul. They've tied it up at 10 apiece. Banez again. That's going to hit off not sure if the camera's able to pick it up, but that hit off the rafters and the bottom of the basketball net here and fell down. Nova not able to get to it cleanly. DePaul gets the lead. Home court advantage, some may say. Banez a serve. Back sent. And that's going to go to the visiting Wildcats. Olsenowski breaks through the block attempt. Tied at 11s. Reagan to serve. Coffee, decoy, McPhee. McPhee gets the point. Good decoy by Coffee. Had me fooled for a second. Block couldn't get over in time. DePaul takes a 1-point lead. Bit of a teardrop. Double block rolls along the tape and goes out of bounds. Point Nova. Tied again at 12s. Fitzgerald to serve. Maxwell up to 3 digs, 3 kills for the Blue Demons. And that was missed time by Brialt. Nova gets a 1-point lead. Three kills, the top for both teams thus far. Boys are were at 6 digs so far. Going too far, and point goes to DePaul. A lot of Wildcats having 6+ digs. As we see McPhee with another one. The earlier point went far. She pulled this one near. She's attacking all different parts of the court thus far. And Fairchild returns the favor. The 6-foot outside hitter from South Lake Carroll High School. 14-13 Nova. Checking in one of the serve specialists again, Allman. Fitzgerald with 7 digs. Allman with 7. And big block. You shall not pass, says Villanova, as they have a 2-point lead as Coach Edwards needs a timeout. Massive double block on McPhee. Hit the left arm of an outstretched Peterson Henry to give a 2-point lead. Past the halfway mark of set number 2. Again, set 1 went Villanova's way 25-20. Georgetown does come to town this weekend against the Blue Demons. And it was a win for DePaul. They defeated Georgetown 3-2, 15-25, 25-18, 25-18, 18-25, and then 15-11 in a decisive 5th set. Haley Boyser surpassed the 1,000 career dig mark, helping with 20 during that match. So as we know, they will celebrate that accomplishment this Sunday, as we see some fans not only having t-shirts on, but using other t-shirts as rally towels. So what DePaul needs to get back into this one and tie it at 1 apiece going in to set number 3. We thank you for being here today on the Big East Digital Network, powered by Fox Sports Go. Yours truly, Dr. Pete Ferrari, on the call. My 4th season joining the network. Pleased to be with you for every one. Serving, Allman. Maxwell from the 10-foot line. Off the double block, punched around. Boyser keeps the rally alive. Left hand dump attempt by Emma Decker. 16-13. Playing solitaire today. 2 dumps on the afternoon. Slide down, kill, Briault. Good play by Briault. DePaul having some luck when it's a really far outside attempt. Anytime they're 2 to 3 feet inside the antennas, when the block's able to close cleanly for Villanova. Let's see if DePaul can make those necessary adjustments. Left hand again. Good pickup by Horvath this time. Reed off the double, and not getting there in time cleanly is Fitzgerald. DePaul back within 1. First kill on the day by Maya Reed. As you see, it hits off the double, can't get there in time. Set, far side, Boyser returns. Boyser again. Joust, Savage, Maxwell. Far side, Fairchild still alive. Briault off the slide. Peterson-Henry off the slide, and that one finally falls. 3rd time, super long rally benefits that of the Wildcats. As we see, just hits off the hand of Reed and rolls back in. 17-15 Nova. And that one falls down. Quick tip point by Maya Reed. 17-15 the score. DePaul within 1. Maxwell getting instruction from the assistant coaching staff of DePaul. Falling down. Another point for Villanova. Ariel Wilson was giving some advice to Maxwell after that play. 2-point lead now for Nova. 7 points needed to take 2 straight. High decoy down, Maya Reed. I'm a star boy. 18-17. Briault, serve was by Horvath, but point goes to Villanova nonetheless. Time slipping away, point by point. Villanova wants that playoff berth and wants to get a step closer here today in Chicago. And that's going to be a net violation by Maya Reed. 20-17, another timeout may be called. And Coach Nadia Edwards, as we have the pause, does call the second and final timeout for the DePaul Blue Demons. Again, we want to remind everybody, use the hashtag BigEastVB for all of your Big East volleyball action. Villanova, just a recap, 15-10 overall, 8-6 in the Big East Network going into the weekend. Half game behind Seton Hall. So we know all of those games will be looked at extremely closely these next few days, as Seton Hall will be at St. John's tomorrow. So I know right now, if you are a Villanova fan, you're cheering on St. John's and hoping, of course, you take away a victory today against DePaul to put you in the driver's seat as things continue along here. As things are looking good for Nova, 5 points away from a 2-0 lead in the game here against DePaul. Crowd trying to get into it. To bring their home Blue Demons back. Brittany Maxwell came in today at 1, looking for the 100th career kill, standing at 970 overall, the 1,000th career kill. She has 337 for the season. But Villanova, off the ISO kill in the middle, or the ISO tool, 21-17, Savage. Near side, the aforementioned Maxwell down. That's one step closer to 1,000. As in to serve is going to be Banez. 3 kills on the day for Maxwell. Tip over, Banez can't get there. She was coming near side to back up Boiser. That play found the gap, 22-18, 3 points away from another game victory is that of Villanova. Hop serve Nova. Banez. McPhee drops it in. McPhee has had the right angles for much of this second set, as we see the block closing again near antenna. Her left foot a mere 6 inches from the line. Backslide down kill. Oh, Darcy Wolf, hungry like the wolf, 23-19. 2 more points needed for Villanova. Where's our Duran Duran fans out there? Allie Fitzgerald. I'm sure plenty of these players' parents were Duran Duran fans. It's more of a New Kids on the Block guy myself, but I digress. Through the double block, Amanda Peterson-Henry, knuck and buck. 24-19, set 2 point. To serve, Fitzgerald. Drops it to Briault. Left foot Maxwell, self-preservation, still alive. Decoy, McPhee. Dump attempt, good dig. Villanova, though, can't get the third person there. DePaul on life support in set number 2, 24-20. McPhee really doing a good job in set number 2. Will it be enough? They need 4 in a row. Maxwell serves left. Double block still alive. Pass back into Peterson-Henry, and that's going to go out of bounds. And the score of set number 1 is also going to be that of set number 2, 25-20. Can DePaul rally in 3 straight, or will Villanova make quick work of the home Blue Demons on a blustery Friday early afternoon in Chicago? The first snow falls, and so do the Blue Demons in 2 straight. Villanova looks for set number 3 right here on the Big East Digital Network, powered by Fox Sports Go.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University. By bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking, a wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Our global society faces complex issues that demand action.
At Villanova University, faculty and students wrestle with real-world problems.
Knowledge gained in classrooms is applied to find real-world solutions.
And strong in-country partnerships turn ideas into meaningful change.
Villanova's rigorous academics provide the tools. Our Augustinian values fuel our passion.
Ignite change. Go Nova.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Our global society faces complex issues that demand action.
At Villanova University, faculty and students wrestle with real-world problems.
Knowledge gained in classrooms is applied to find real-world solutions.
And strong in-country partnerships turn ideas into meaningful change.
Villanova's rigorous academics provide the tools. Our Augustinian values fuel our passion.
Ignite change. Go Nova.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to the Big East Digital Network Game of the Week. Villanova has a 2-0 lead over DePaul University in this very important matchup for playoff implications for DePaul. Again, they come in 8-6 overall, a half game behind Seton Hall. They need this victory. They need to win out to have that chance at that fourth and final playoff spot. Team block so far 4 with Villanova, 3 with DePaul. A definitely dispersed attack, though, for Villanova. Fairchild, 8 kills. Peterson Henry, 8 kills. 9 kills for Olsonowski. 3 players with 8 and above kills right now. A big difference in closing things out here. Also in set number 2, a 75% team attack percentage by Villanova against a 60 of DePaul. 60 still a very good number. However, it can't compete with a 75%. 25-20 is what we saw in both sets. There was 6 lead changes in set number 2 as we are underway in set number 3. Pete Ferrari on the call again on the Big East Digital Network Game of the Week, powered by Fox Sports Go in snowy Chicago. As that one goes out of bounds, this is the first out of the 3 sets that Villanova gets the first point. Let's see if maybe that's a good sign for the home DePaul Blue Demons that it is school day here. As you see a lot of youth in the crowd, Chicago Public School District Day, all the students in attendance getting an outstanding DePaul t-shirt. I'm hoping I get one. I mean, t-shirt time anywhere I go, why not? Another point for Villanova, 2-0. Want to thank the outstanding crew here today with me and part of the Big East Digital Network Game of the Week. All the camera operators, directors, 3-play graphics. They spelled my name right, so I'm just happy enough for that. As that one falls down, DePaul gets their first point. Again, left to right, DePaul with the long sleeve white. Sleeboro boys are wearing the red. Villanova long sleeve blues with the baby blue for their libero. Fitzgerald to serve specialist. Banez, a local product out of Northside Prep. Hop serve over. And not able to get there cleanly is going to be Horvath. 3-1 early lead for Nova, trying to make quick work in 3 straight for the home Wildcats. Hop serve low. Coffee through. That breaks through, breaks on through to the other side. 4-1 for Villanova. Not slowing down, picking up where they left off. Fairchild, another kill. Side bump McPhee. One of the shining spots for the Blue Demons. Self-preservation Banez. Set, near side. That one goes out of bounds as Boiser rolls in. Cash me outside. How about that? 5-1 Nova. Fairchild aimed right at that double block. Knew what she wanted and got it. 5-1 Nova. Could be an early timeout in set 3 by Coach Nadia Edwards. Back set, Maxwell down. Maxwell kill. Deficit cut to 3. Again, we will be back next week on the Big East Digital Network on the 18th. Final game of the regular season as DePaul takes on Marquette. That one drops down, point for DePaul. Back within 2, 5-3. Boys are to serve. Bit of a knuckleball. Slide. Boiser can't get to it in time. The timing of Villanova. As we mentioned, for those of us joining us recently, huge lead by DePaul in set number 1. Primarily that of poor passing by Villanova and pinpoint placement by DePaul. They figured things out and have kept it going and have plays such as that allow for rallies to continue. Backslide Maxwell. Fairchild has a side bump on the free ball. Missed time there by Briault. Another point for the Nova. 7-3. Time out on the court. Nadia Edwards. 7-3. Villanova leads.
What do you see? Is it a tree?
Powered by Fox Sports
or
Go.
is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University. By bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking, a wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
7-3 your score in set 3 after the Blue Demons fell 25-20 in the first 2 sets. Senior leader Haley Boyser rallying the troops out of that timeout. They need 3 straight to take this game away and dash the playoff hopes of the visiting Wildcats out of Villanova University. Here's Shirley Pete Ferrari on the call. Thank you for joining us this Friday early afternoon. McPhee, far side. That one goes a bit too far. So again, the placement has become an issue for DePaul throughout the continuation of this game. It'll be a very interesting squad next year for DePaul. We'll get to that in a moment, as they have a lot of young sophomore leaders waiting in the wings, as that one goes into the net by McPhee. Summer C saw some playing time today. She is a freshman. But then you got some Heighton De La Rosa, the 6-foot freshman out of San Antonio, Texas. Claire Anderson, Katie Dolan, both sophomores. Savage, a sophomore. Maxwell, a junior, so look for Maxwell to take a big step up next year, as she'll be one of the senior leaders. 9-4 your score now. And look for Banez to go from a defensive specialist and serve specialist to take the reins as the libero. Banez, a former All-Star in the state of Illinois as well. A lot of homegrown talent on the court here today for both squads. McPhee, far. Pushed back, the aforementioned Banez with the bump. And McPhee sends that one too far. McPhee not snapping the wrist as much as before. 10-4, set number 3. Substitution coming in, Ashley Marshall, the 5'11 sophomore out of St. Michael, Barbados. Queens College. Banez back row. Boyser has to scramble. Near side, down, kill, Fairchild. 11-4. Timeout again on the court needed. Final timeout for head coach Nadia Edwards, as we look ahead again for Villanova. I will recap once again for those of you joining us late. They sit right now 5th overall in the standings. Creighton already 13-1 in the Big East, 20-5 overall. Marquette 12-3, Butler 10-4. But that 4th and final spot up for grabs. Seton Hall 9-6 in the Big East, 15-13 overall. Villanova 15-10 overall, 8-6 in the Big East. Again, that half game behind Seton Hall. St. John's sits at 7-8 and 15-15 overall. So St. John's definitely a formidable opponent for all the squads going forward. So a big game to tune into this weekend for those that will be joining us on the Big East Digital Network. Again, that game, Creighton at Xavier, will be tomorrow. So you will see some teams in the next few days, next few weeks. Creighton has swept Xavier in the previous match this season. Xavier suffered an early loss of Kristen Massa for kills, and then Laura Grossman, 19th in the league at 2.6 kills per set. So again, a bit of a preview of tomorrow's game, Creighton at Xavier, a 12:30 Eastern time first serve. That one drops down. Nova prevents Coach Edwards from getting the coach's point. 12-4 here in the third. Make sure you hashtag Big East VB for all of your social media needs on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Both of these schools have very active social media accounts, so join in on the action, join in on the social media fun. Left hand dump attempt, all smiles along the middle. Emma Decker. For the DePaul fans, it's something that Colleen Smith did for years at the high school and collegiate level. You see her bringing that back to the courts of Doug Bruno Court at McGrath-Phillips Arena. 13-4, 9-point lead. Things slipping away a bit for DePaul. That one goes out of bounds as they will get the serve. Checking in will be Savage and Reed for the home blue Demons. Savage to serve. Savage against sophomore out of San Jose, California. Kill, middle, Fairchild, boom. 14-5. Fairchild is taking this game over. Side bump, Savage, still alive. Good communication by Fairchild, helping out the teammates. Oh, Decker sets up Peterson Henry for the kill. That'll do. 15-5. Serving again, Fairchild. Savage passes up, Maxwell with the left. Quick one over the middle. Right arm keeps it alive. Stab at it, Peterson Henry. Back row to Savage. 10-foot line, Boiser. Not able to time it correctly as Briault, another point for Nova, 16-5. As we were talking about Savage earlier, as a freshman, Big East all-academic team. Played in 10 matches, made 1 start, career high in digs against Xavier and Marquette. She won multiple West Catholic Athletic League championships at her time at Archbishop Mitty. Senior season, they earned the WCAL Central Coast Section Division II, California Interscholastic Federation Northern California, and CIF State Championships. She helped her clean team the #1 national ranking on maxpreps.com. So a huge find for DePaul and the future of this Blue Demon programs. 18-5 now the score. Checking in is going to be 22, Michelle Matthews, the 5'5" defensive specialist junior out of Kingwood High School in Kingwood, Texas. Boiser. Joust at the net. Peterson Henry, light touch. Reed, stuffed. Thanksgiving comes early for Villanova, 19-5. ISO block by the 6'3" setter, Emma Decker. When your setter is not only 6'3", but can play the net like that, not much you can do. 19-6 the score. Serving now for the home blue Demons, Rachel Briault. And not able to get down low. 19-7 the score. As the recently checked in Michelle Matthews can't get to it. To serve Briault. They're going right to Matthews again. She retrieves it cleanly. And that one stays in, doesn't hit the antenna. Peterson Henry chalk up another one. Peterson Henry, stonewall with her composure today. Not a smile, not a smirk, not a grimace either. Slide attempt, Coffey. That one's gonna go out of play. Point for DePaul. 20-8. To serve Horvath. Play back in double block, and point's gonna go to Villanova, 21-8. A reminder for the remaining DePaul games. Sunday, Georgetown, and then Senior Day on the Big East Digital Network on the 18th against Marquette. Point goes to DePaul, 21-19 on the service error. Banez to serve. Knocked back down, point DePaul, 21-10. Again, for social media needs, for DePaul, hashtag DPUVB. Make sure you like DePaul on Facebook at facebook.com/DePaul Blue Demons. Check out some of the sights and sounds as well around DePaul on Instagram. Again, DePaul Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. Near antenna. Boys are to Maxwell. And Reed, that point goes to DePaul as Marshall gets out of the way, recently checked into the game. 21-11, 10-point deficit for the home Blue Demons. Taking a stab at it was Wolf. Decker, clean pass. Wolf hits the perch. Point goes to DePaul, 21-13. So don't write off DePaul just yet, as they seem to be slowly but surely climbing back into this one. Banez. Fitzgerald. Back set, Maxwell down, and timeout needed by Josh Steinbach, his 11th season coaching at Villanova. It's 21-14. As we see a beautiful decoy by Coffey, Maxwell all alone on the near antenna. And just like that, a little bit of a rally for the Blue Demons. (21-14), set 3. We almost were counting DePaul out of that one. It was 25-20 in set 1, 25-20 in set number 2. Blocks favored Villanova slightly coming into this third set, 4-3, as we mentioned before. Attacks also favored that of Villanova, 71-67. First timeout needed by Villanova in this third set. They need 4 more points to take the game away and be that much closer and tied for that 4th and final playoff spot in the Big East Conference. Again, Big East Digital Network providing all of the top games between teams like Villanova and DePaul. We will be back next weekend, the 18th, right here at Doug Bruno Court, as Marquette comes into town for the season finale. To serve, Banez. Will the coach's point goes to Coach Steinbach? We will see. Banez. Near antenna, Wolf down. 22-14, and just like that, Nova within 3. Checking in, serve specialist, Reagan Lowe. Goes through her routine. Back to Banez. Coffey lines up and gets a point. Coffey usually plays a foot or 2 from the net and in. That time was about 5 feet out, found a good angle, took advantage, 22-15. Tip over the double block. Decoy Coffey, way far as Marshall. 23-15, 2 points away from game victory are the visiting Wildcats. Wildcats sing along. Yeah, we really got it going on. That's 2 High School Musical references for you today. Done. Tapping out. Tapping out. They're all in this together. Okay, I'm really done now. Briault Back to Maxwell. Maxwell forces the chicken wing attempt by Fitzgerald. 23-16. What does DePaul have left? Service error, Maxwell. And we are at game point. Checking in to close things out at the service line is Sarah Ullman. (24-16) is your score here in the third. R1 gives the okay. Ullman hops. Maxwell. And point is going to go to Villanova. Double hit called. That's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. Villanova sweeps the Blue Demons 3 straight, 25-20, 25-20, and 25-16 in the third set. We're going to take a brief timeout. When we come back, some post-game news and notes as Villanova takes 3 right here on the Big East Digital Network.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
Sure.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Our global society faces complex issues that demand action.
At Villanova University, faculty and students wrestle with real-world problems.
Knowledge gained in classrooms is applied to find real-world solutions.
And strong in-country partnerships turn ideas into meaningful change.
Villanova's rigorous academics provide the tools. Our Augustinian values fuel our passion.
Ignite change. Go Nova.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University by bringing together students with diverse perspectives and professors who challenge conventional thinking. A wider point of view emerges. DePaul University, a greater perspective.
Nadia, the winning coach.
It's on us to not look the other way if we see something happening.
It's on us to change the way we talk about each other.
It's on us.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us to be role models for how we treat each other.
It's on us to never blame the victim.
It's on us to do something to keep assault from happening.
I'm Maggie Wright from Butler University, and it's on all of us
to stop sexual assault. I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Our global society faces complex issues that demand action.
At Villanova University, faculty and students wrestle with real-world problems.
Knowledge gained in classrooms is applied to find real-world solutions.
And strong in-country partnerships turn ideas into meaningful change.
Villanova's rigorous academics provide the tools. Our Augustinian values fuel our passion.
Ignite change. Go Nova.
What do you see?
How's my hair?
Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter?
I'll be there
Is it a
soon.
time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University.
Welcome back here to the Big East Digital Network. DePaul wins in 3 straight here on Fox Sports Go. 25-20, 25-20, and 25-16. Joined here now by Coach John. Coach, a good victory, needed victory for your Wildcats of Villanova. Let's start with, it was a very hot start by DePaul. Quick timeout, pace of the game changed for the remainder of the next 2 sets. What was going through your mind there early on?
We didn't settle in very well, and the first couple of balls we didn't handle real well. So, I think the things that we do best are serve and pass, and so I was confident we were going to be okay in that arena. We just didn't we didn't start off very well there. We gave up a couple easy ones, and so and we knew that DePaul was somebody that if they got confident, it can be really tough. So it was early timeout I thought was necessary, and it worked out well for us.
Absolutely. You are now 9-6. You're tied for that 4th and final playoff spot for the Big East tournament. What momentum can you take out of today to know, hey, we're in it, we just got to finish out strong?
Yeah, the controls are in our hands right now. If we win out, we're in, or if we get some help. So we're certainly aware of all those things. But at the end of the day, you're just worried about the match in front of you. So we're glad to have gotten this one. Any road win in the Big East is a good win, and we're excited to have had this one. We'll go get something to eat here and then retool and get ready for Marquette tomorrow.
Sure. Scoreboard watching this weekend at all?
I certainly, the coaching staff certainly will be. I don't know that the team is. I think they're just going to hopefully just focus on Marquette, and all the scores happen hopefully tomorrow after we're done, the ones that matter to us. So we're just going to try and take care of our business and try and play well tomorrow on the road.
Sounds good. Coach, congratulations. Villanova comes into town. McGrath-Phillips Arena takes out DePaul in 3 straight, tied for the 4th and final playoff spot. We want to thank Coach. We want to thank Villanova for coming into town. A thrilling victory against DePaul in 3 straight. For yours truly, Pete Ferreri and the Big East Digital Network, powered by Fox Sport Go. Villanova holding on to that 4th and final playoff spot. They won't be scoreboard watching, but we know we will be right here on the Big East Digital Network.
What do you see? Is it a tree? Or is it a shelter? Is it a time capsule telling the story of the last century? Or a way to combat climate change in this one? Looking at things from every angle. It happens every day at DePaul University. By bringing